Guys, so I'm going to be talking about my collage that I made for this week's discussion, and this is in regards to my best friend Emily. About 5 years ago, she was diagnosed with brain cancer, and just to clear it up, she's still alive, she's still here with us, but she's still going through that treatment, and this is more of a collage explaining of how I had a loss of hope in the moment that I was told that she was diagnosed with cancer. And so I'm going to be explaining how it started to like now how I've been feeling about that with her having cancer with my collage. So here is how my collage looks, different pictures that I used. And so the first thing I'm going to talk about is what the loss felt like, how I felt when she was diagnosed with cancer, how I had that loss of hope at the moment. And so here are three pictures. So then here is an eye that's like crying. And so that just represents how I felt when my mom told me and my sister that my best friend was diagnosed with cancer. And I remember, I didn't really cry in front of my mom, but I remember just like having like this expression, like confusion, but internally I felt like I wanted to cry like so bad because cancer, it's a terminal illness. It's killed many people, and I just didn't know how to react, and it was just really hard for me. Really took me time to process that. And then there's this picture right here, a girl on the wall, and that just shows how I just wanted to be alone. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I would come from school, eat, and then I wouldn't even do homework. I would just come straight to my room and sleep, or just be here by myself because I just didn't want to talk to anyone. It sounds selfish, but I just didn't want to talk to anyone. I felt so lost. I was still so confused. I was angry knowing that my best friend had cancer. So it was really hard for me. I didn't want to socialize or anything. And then here's like a dead rose, and that just shows how, just kind of expressing how I was feeling, how I felt lost, how I felt terrible knowing that my own best friend had cancer, and I was like so sad. And I remember, I wouldn't cry in front of my mom or anything, but I would cry in my room. I would cry in my sleep knowing that my best friend had cancer. Like those first few days, I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't process that information. I just couldn't. It was very hard for me because I grew up with her. I know her since elementary, and knowing that she had cancer just broke me inside. It just completely changed my view on things. Like I said, I lost hope. I didn't even want to go to church. Like I was like angry with God. I didn't understand why. Like why did it have to be my best friend? What did she ever do? She was always a good student. She was always a good person, nice young lady. And for her to just get this cancer after so many years of healthy living, like it stabbed me in the heart. Like it was like a big stab and very hard for me. So to represent who may have been involved in this, to talk about that, I chose these two pictures. My sister was involved with me in this, in these feelings of anger and confusion. So I picked this picture because that just shows me it's supposed to be me and my sister. She was involved. And I just put this one right here, two girls hugging, and that's just supposed to be me and my sister because that same night when we were told that she had cancer, I remember we just talked at night like why is this happening to our best friend? Why is this happening? Like what did she ever do? Like she doesn't deserve this. And I remember we just hugged that night and we cried, and it was just very heartbreaking, like very heartbreaking, very hard for us. So now to represent the support systems at the time, I put here a mother with her daughter, and that's just supposed to represent my mom with my sister and I, because my mom also knew Emily, and my mom loved Emily, and knowing that she had cancer, just like it really broke us. And my mom was also very affected, I remember. And so this picture is supposed to represent how she was a big support system. She would talk to us and tell us that, you know, no matter what, she's our best friend, and you know, support her and be with her. And she would just give us all these words of wisdom and advice, you know. She would always tell us, like, if you have the time to tell someone you love them, tell them now, because when they're gone, they're gone. And so, like, that's just something my mom always taught us. And so she was a big support system. And then I put like this big family picture here because that just shows how sorry, I'm going to open the door for my dog. I'll come back. So anyway, so this is supposed to show my family support as well, because I remember, like, before she was diagnosed, like, she would always come to our house, and my family knew her, and my family loved her so much. And so when I told them that this is what happened, you know, I remember they would all individually tell me, like, don't lose hope. There's still hope for her, and you know, if you ever need to talk to anyone, you know, you can always come to us. And so my family's a big support. We're really close, and so they've always supported me with this, and my sister, and you know, telling us that everything's gonna be, you know, whatever God wants. And they're like, if you ever need to talk to someone, talk to me. And like, my uncles and my aunts, my grandparents are very supportive, so that's why I put this picture right here. And then I put this one because I have another best friend. Her name is Shakti. And I remember, you know, talking to her, like, how angry I felt, how sad I felt, how confused I felt that my best friend Emily was diagnosed with cancer. Shakti would always talk with me. She would always tell me, you know, do not lose hope. She's also religious, so like she would invite me to church and encourage me to not lose hope in God and to not feel angry with God, because, you know, He's good, and you know, whatever He decides is gonna happen, and to just not lose faith. And so she has been a very, very big support, and she still is to this day a big support. And so that's why I put this picture right here. And then to talk about where I'm at with this loss right now, I would have to say that I'm not completely like healed with this loss of hope and everything, but I definitely after 5 years, like, and you know, she's still in treatment and everything, I still haven't lost hope. I still hope that she can recover. I mean, there's always room, you know, to recover. And I just keep having this faith with me. I don't lose my faith. I will always have my faith, and I will still always have room for that hope. And the best thing that could happen is that, you know, she recovers and she doesn't have cancer anymore. But again, the reality is that we don't know, and that's the biggest thing. Like, it's a big fear, not knowing what's gonna happen. I mean, it's been 5 years and she's still in therapy, and we still don't know if she's gonna recover or not. Definitely, she was doing well with her treatments, but I can't say that she is looking and doing better, because now it's very hard for her to talk. Like, she will try to talk to my sister and I when we go out and, you know, visit her, and it's like, it's really hard for her, like, muscles here, like, to like move. And then also same thing with like her arm, her left arm. She will like be walking or something, or when she has to like open a door with her left arm, or she needs to use her left arm or move it, she literally has to like move it with her right hand, because her left arm, she cannot move it. Like, it's very weak, just very weak. And also when she's walking, she's like always like lumping. It's heartbreaking, and it breaks my heart a lot. And that's what this represents here. Like, yes, I still have hope. And I forgot to mention another big support system is my church community. So going back to this for now, you know, I still have my hope, but it still makes me angry to know that I have to see her suffer. I have to see her not live the life that she used to. Like, she used to be super active, super pumped, sorry, like pumped with like, what I mean with pumped is like, oh, she was like super like, she just loved to be active and super happy, and she would like sing and things like that. And now she doesn't have that same energy. She gets tired very easily, and it just makes me so like angry, more angry like at the disease. Like, this is just a horrible disease. Like leave my friend alone. Like, it's just, it sounds weird because I'm like saying, oh, I'm telling this disease to leave her alone, like cancer, leave her alone. But obviously, like, cancer is just, it's a horrible disease, and it just makes me angry at it, like knowing that it exists and it affects people this way, and it's affecting my best friend. And my best friend, she just doesn't have that same energy anymore. She can't do many things that she used to love to do before. It's heartbreaking and makes me so mad. But I also put this because that shows that I still have my moments of, tearing up and crying, and feeling lost, because, and living in that fear, because it's been, like I said, it's been 5 years, and like, we don't know if she's going to like really recover or not, if she's really going to win this battle against cancer. But like I said, I still have hope. And but I guess, like, I want to tell you guys that it's okay to still feel angry after so long, to still feel lost, because it's normal human instinct. It's normal for us to have these feelings. Like, we're not perfect, we're not always going to be like, fully recovered. Like, it takes time. Some people take more longer than others. But like I said, she's still living. It's just, I'm at this position right now, and in this point in my life, where I'm just in the unknown. Like, I don't know if she will recover or not. And like, that's like a big fear, like a big fear of unknown. But like I said, I'm still gonna keep my faith, and I'm still gonna keep strong. I'm still gonna go to church when I can, pray, and I just hope for the best. And I just really want my friend to recover. Like, that would be like the best news in the whole wide world, that my best friend does recover and does fight and win this battle against cancer. But like I said, I'm still in the unknown, and that's just how I feel, you guys. And it's really hard. So just know you're not alone. Always reach out when you need help. Just know that good things always come our way. And if you ever need to talk with someone, reach out to someone. Don't feel like you're bothering anyone, because you're not. I mean, we all go through something. We all go through challenges in our lives, and you're not alone. All right. Thanks, guys.